Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. This is You Don't Scare Me, a channel where we debunk ghost videos, or more accurately, try to critically analyze ghost videos and attempt to debunk them as we go. Today, I'm going to be looking at a channel that I just found. It's called Ghoulman, and that's the name of the video that I'm actually going to be taking a look at, critically analyzing or like looking through some of it. Obviously, the video is right here. It's 2 hours and 23 minutes. I'm not going to be watching the whole thing in this video, otherwise this video will be 8 hours long, and I do need to create more content so that I can give myself a buffer. We're heading into Black Friday, in retail, and I work in a warehouse. It's going to be busy during the month of December and November. So, with that in mind, we're actually going to continue to keep the pattern of October where we don't post on Wednesdays, but actually instead of not posting on Sunday, I will be not posting on Saturday. I will be taking Sundays and Thursdays, and Karis is going to be taking Mondays and Fridays, but our twin Tuesday videos will still go up as scheduled. So it's November. I don't know if I'm going to be posting this video on November 2nd or if I'm going to be posting this video on the Thursday of November. Is it raining? Yeah. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into it. Let's do it. What?
Aside from the tapping sounds and low groans, which were the main reason she started filming, there's something else. If you look closely near the stairs, you'll see a shadow figure moving, and you can even hear faint foot.
So your little shadow here, your little shadow here, we're seeing it right there, just right between those bars. She says she's alone, but also the video was from 3 years ago. She very firmly states that right here. Wait until you see what I caught on camera 3 years ago. Sound up also. So she's recording the video because she's hearing this humming sound all throughout her house, which is completely normal if there's construction going on outside or something, or a train is passing by, and maybe we're just not privy to that piece of information, obviously, because she doesn't mention whether there is or is not a train, but that's neither here nor there. Random hums are something that you hear all the time. There's a hum in my building right now. Don't know what it is. I don't care, because the building's not collapsing and it's none of my fucking business. This lady claims that this video was filmed 3 years ago, and yet she can accurately determine that the person who's down there wasn't there. I don't remember what I had for fucking breakfast, let alone what happened 3 years ago. So, I mean, the claim is dubious at best. It also, nothing paranormal's happened. So your claim that these scary ghost videos that will shackle your mind with fear, you already failed in the first fucking video.
At first, she thought maybe it was an intruder, but that theory quickly fell apart when she remembered the other strange things that had been happening in that house. Doors creaking open, and a constant smell of burnt wood that would appear out of nowhere.
Your door closing and opening on its own could very simply just be because your catch plate isn't properly, the tongue of the door isn't properly entering the catch plate. There could be a crack in your attic that's causing a vacuum whenever wind blows past it, pulling a vacuum in your attic that pulls a vacuum through your crawl space entrance, that pulls a vacuum through your fucking room, that closes your door. I have a problem where somebody down the hall can open their front door, which pulls a vacuum in the hallway, which transfers into the apartment, that closes my door. here in this room, pretty far away. I don't understand why it seems as though everybody immediately goes to ghosts whenever a door opens or closes seemingly on its own. I mean, a rational human being would immediately go to, I wonder if the door is balanced properly, or maybe the tongue isn't properly, in the pocket of the fucking catch plate. Or, hey, maybe my foundation caused a crack that changed the pitch of my house, that allowed an air gap through my eaves trough to be able to pull a vacuum whenever the wind blows across. Hey, do you know what else? Your fucking toilet right here. Okay, it has a vent stack. That vent stack goes outside the top of your house. When wind blows across the top of the vent stack, it can actually pull the fucking water out of your toilet bowl down the drain, right? And then there's no water in the bowl, and there's an air gap. And during really stormy weather, you can actually have the wind blowing across the vent stack that pulls a vacuum all the way through the tube, all the way through the pipe into your now siphoned pee trap that causes your bathroom door to shut. Look, all I'm saying is 99.9% of the time, there is a mechanical problem that's causing your door to close on its own. Don't run to ghost and ignore possible foundation shifts, possible cracks, holes in your walls, possible jarred doors, open windows. I don't understand. Why is it always ghost? I think a lot of people would probably watch an investigatory video where they find out what's actually causing the window or the door to close on its own, rather than somebody jumping to ghosts immediately.
Some say it could be the spirit of the house's original owner still pacing the halls. Others think it's something far darker, a shadow entity feeding off her fear, revealing itself only when she's alone. So what do you think? Was it the house remembering its past? Or something that never left at all? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one.
You know what I think? It's a mechanical issue. Maybe you need to check your furnace. Your pilot's light might be on. Maybe it's the ventilation system. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe the reason why there's a hum is because the heating system is cycling, but the pilot's light is out, so you're actually not getting proper heat. Or maybe you do have heat. Maybe it's cool inside your house and the heat turned on, and that created a rapid expansion of the air. That would also cause the fucking door to close, by the way. If your vents are blowing air, it pulls a vacuum or pushes a vacuum, or pushes a positive pressure system somewhere else in the house. If you have one room that's particularly cold and another room that's particularly warm, the air is rushing in between them, and that can cause the door to close. It doesn't even have to be an external factor. It's probably just your HVAC system. All right, before this video starts, this apparently is one of two twin girls, but this is the surviving one. Being a twin myself and having multiple twins throughout our family line, I completely understand. One does not always survive. We're lucky. As far as I'm aware, we are the first both surviving set of twins in my family. There have been other twins. One has always died. That's the exposition. Nothing else matters. Everything else was just filler.
Se acerca su cumpleaños y me siento muy nostálgica.
¿Ya? Regina.
Contexto: Regina es gemela. Y yo siempre quise creer que era su hermanita que de alguna manera venía a jugar con ella. Me dicen tantas cosas que no sé qué creer y qué no.
Ven para acá. Vente. Vámonos. Vente, vamos a ver la tele con las niñas. Vamos a ver.
No la dejamos jugar en el pasillo, pero literalmente ella jugaba y perseguía a alguien.
Salgas. Ven, Regi. Vente para acá, mi amor.
Termino enojada porque no la deje estar ahí.
Scary ghost videos that will shackle your mind with fear. Scary ghost videos. 2 for 2, no ghosts. I mean, fucking 100 for 100, no ghosts. None of these videos are going to have ghosts. This little girl wants to go in that room over there. That's probably her bedroom. There's probably a particular toy in that bedroom that she desires. and you're refusing to allow her to get that toy. That's why she's upset. It's not because her twin sister, although that is a comforting concept, it's not because her deceased deceased twin sister is here to play with her. It's simply just because you're barring her entrance from one of the rooms.
What do you even do when your child starts behaving like this?
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Talking to thin air, giggling at empty corners, and getting visibly angry when you try to tell her to stop playing with someone who isn't there. Some people might say it's normal for children to have imaginary friends, but Gabby says it doesn't feel like imagination. There's something about the way Regina's tone changes, or how her eyes seem to follow something moving across the room, something invisible to everyone else. At first, Gabby believed that maybe her daughter was communicating with her twin, the one she lost.
But now she's concerned that it's actually an evil entity that has come to take advantage of the child's mind and grief. Child's too young to understand that her twin sister's dead. She's not going to be upset about that until much later. Probably in her teen years when she uses it as a crutch to rebel against her parents. Kids, they look all over the place for all over reasons. Kids look all over the place for multiple reasons. Brains are underdeveloped. Therefore, they just look around and shit. You know what I mean? You're ascribing adult human patterns to an underdeveloped brain of a child. I don't understand why people do this. All you've really filmed here is your child running around. She's probably running from you. That's probably the game. And you're just recording her running around the apartment or house, and then you're using that for clout. I have a deceased twin daughter. I'm sorry, that sucks. If it's true, you'd be surprised. You don't have a ghost video here. You have a video of a child running around the room. Big fucking whoop.
It even brought her some comfort, but that changed quickly when people online started warning her that this might not be the case at all. That what she thought was a comforting presence could be something dangerous. And it wasn't long before Gabby saw something that made her believe them. Watch this.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure that you're overfeeding your child. Anyways, like I said, evil entity taking advantage of the grief. The devil never visits me.
Cuando estaba grabando, no me di cuenta de las veces que Regina me apuntaba al closet.
Ya vamos a dormirnos, ¿ok? Dame el cepillo. Dame el cepillo, ya.
Y justo cuando vuelve a apuntar sin voltear a ver pasó esto.
Vamos a mimir, mi amor. Pásate a tu camita, mi vida. Señora, ya nos vamos a dormir, ¿eh? ¿Dónde te vas a dormir?
Y seguía diciendo.
No, qué máquina. No. ¿Dónde te vas a dormir? Mira, tu camita están de Oki los monos. Ay, Regina.
Quienes nos siguen saben que ella desde que tenía meses de nacida ve a alguien.
Señora, ya nos vamos a dormir, ¿eh? ¿Dónde te vas a dormir?
¿Por qué no?
No, qué máquina.
Oh no, there's another person in your house. Let's go back a bit. I'm pretty sure that there was another person in the house before it. Nope, hello me. Nope, that's the toilet. There, maybe it's one of these two people. You think? Maybe? Possibly? I didn't put a mark where I was. Drop this somewhere random and hopefully it doesn't interrupt anything.
After this video, everything suddenly started making sense. Regina had always been pointing at the closet, whispering to it, waving, even bringing toys there and talking like someone was playing with her. For the longest time, Gabby thought it was innocent, maybe even a spiritual connection between twins. But after what she saw in that clip, she started putting the pieces together.
A 500-piece puzzle made out of 6 different puzzles will still look like a puzzle. It's only when you try to put all the pieces together that you realize you've got fucking nothing!
Wondering if whatever was in their house had found a way to reach her daughter, using the face of someone she loved. Now, Gabby's sure this isn't her late child, but one of her videos went viral because viewers claimed she was the one walking past the hallway, not a spirit. But Gabby quickly cleared that up with another recording. Take a look.
Oh, great. How are you going to vaguely show us something spooky this time? Maybe it's going to be a reflection of a ghost, but for some reason you don't record the hallway to prove that nobody's fucking there. I bet you, I bet you, if I'm right, you sub and like the video and leave a comment down below saying, I'm here. Fucking hell, that was on point.
Por el tamaño también sé que no son mis hijas. Cuando voy a grabar la máquina que limpia me muevo hacia adelante.
I still think you should subscribe, but I guess she showed the Roomba. Too bad the person's actually over there now. Oops. Over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. Holy shit. Okay. There. They're over there now. Yeah. Okay. So this is the reflection of the mother right there. And then the person who is the spooky ghost transits the scene from here to here. Okay. This is the reflection of the TV screen. That TV screen is to the left of her as she's recording. So the figure passes in front of the TV that's to her left, but she records to the right. You get it? So the person who passed in front of the TV screen, the ghost, is going to the couch. You know, remember the couch that those two people were sitting on? That's to her left right now. That's where that ghost went. It's a person. Oh, shit, I'm recording. Now I'm recording. Haha, fucking great. Here's the condensed version. The kid's afraid of the Roomba because kids are stupid, underdeveloped brains.
And if you watch closely, you'll notice Regina's face. The confusion, the fear, that's not a child pretending, that's genuine terror.
Afraid of the Roomba. Kids are stupid, underdeveloped brains.
Someone or something else is in that house, but what's even stranger is how it behaves. Watch.
Por estar viendo a Regina a través del teléfono no veo en el momento lo que pasa.
Holy shit, that kid's fat. I'm sorry. Look, I have my own opinions on the way that people should be treating their children. Like, you know, probably shouldn't beat your children unless they deserve it. You know, you shouldn't. This is child abuse to me. You are the controlling person who is capable of preventing diabetes, heart issues, you know, this channel's not big enough for this opinion to be a problem yet. That kid is too fat. And it's your fault. She doesn't need candy. She needs healthy food. I'm done. Next clip. Next clip. We're gonna do one more clip and then I'm done this video because I feel like I'm about to be a real fucking asshole to people I don't know.
Now, in this next clip, a man named Michael claims there's a ghost at his workplace, one that seems to have taken a special interest in messing with him. Take a look.
Is the workplace in the room with us? Oh, I see it. That's a cake thing, you know, like. Okay, let's start with this. This is a hardwood floor house. This is a house, okay? Not a commercial building. This is a residential unit that has been converted into a commercial space, okay? It did not begin its life as a store. It is one now. This house was designed to be lived in by 180-pound people or whatever. I don't fucking care about the exact weight of people. You know what I mean? It's meant to have some modest furniture, possibly a curio cabinet or two. I see a couple over here where they're supposed to be against the wall, where they're properly supported by the floor joists. Right? Guess what's in the center of the fucking room? 800 pounds of commercial equipment. You know, you got this big, nice oak wooden fucking counter, this 800-pound fucking refrigeration unit, and another one over here. This house was not designed for these devices to be in the center of the goddamn room. That's why when you crawl under your house, you see floor joist spanning the entire property, not supporting columns. Do you know what I mean? When you build a structure that is supposed to support weight in the center of the room, like somebody who, I don't know, wants to put a fucking Maserati in their living room, additional support beams must be placed underneath the floor. And I get that we don't have the information to tell us whether or not this is the case here. It's probably not there. The extra support columns. They probably just brought in a bunch of commercial devices and said, boom, we've got a fucking store now. That means that the floor joists under the additional load of these commercial refrigeration units is most likely bowing down. And when you bow something down that's firmly attached to both the walls, all four walls, let's be honest here, when it's sagging here, it's making up that by folding like a taco. Yes, it is on the edges of the wall. When you take something, fuck, this is all I've got. It's a fucking After 8 chocolate bar. Watch. Okay, you see how the edges just went up? That's your commercial refrigeration unit. It's bowing the fucking floor. Now, here's the fun thing. When you take something that's sufficiently long, you can move a mountain if the length of the rod is long enough, right? The floorboards are the lever now. When you walk over here, where he is now, right there, when you walk over there, you are putting positive pressure on a lever. That lever, doesn't fucking matter. Spans the whole floor. That's the floor joist. You're applying pounds multiplied by the amount of space of the span of that floor joist to this center post, like center floor joist where these overweight commercial units are. Okay? Because of that, you stepping over here is literally leveling this space out here after it's been settled. Therefore, it is changing the pitch of the floor, which causes that stupid fucking butter knife to fall down. This structure is not reinforced. These commercial units are heavy, sagging the middle of the floor, And you walking over there is applying a multiplicative force that's leveling the floor out. Same as these curio cabinets here. These curio cabinets are are leveling the floor by pushing down on the floor joist to settle on the foundation. Those are causing it to bow like this. So your front door is literally higher because of the additional weight in the middle of the floor. Does this make any sense to anybody? The butter knife fell not because the butter knife wanted to slide off. The butter knife fell because you stepped on a place, applied leverage to the center joists that caused the pitch to change, that knocked the butter knife down. That's how my fucking brain works. That's why none of this is mysterious to me. That's why ghosts don't exist, because my brain works like that. I hope that made sense.
If it was just a one-off situation, maybe he would have brushed it off. But this wasn't the first time something strange had happened around him. He says it started weeks before this video was recorded, but the most chilling part for Michael happened in the conference room. He was setting up for a meeting when he heard a woman humming faintly, the same tune his late coworker used to hum every morning.
If you don't have a video, then it didn't fucking happen. Anecdotal evidence is the lowest form of evidence, and it is inadmissible in the court of Nick.
He thought maybe someone was outside until he realized the sound was coming from the speaker system that wasn't even powered on.
Okay, let's fucking talk about his anecdotal evidence. Okay? I can't believe that the speakers were playing sounds because the speaker wasn't even turned on. Well, yeah, it is on because it's playing music. Like, anything but the obvious. Anything but the obvious. Do you know how I know that that's a brick? Because it looks like a brick and it's in the wall. Ha ha! Magic. Logic, dude. Logic. If the speaker is playing sounds, it's got power.
At this point, Michael's convinced whatever's in that building has attached itself to him specifically. Some say it's the spirit of that same coworker trying to reach out. Others believe the office itself might be built on something that doesn't want to be disturbed.
Did you know that 50% of Americans believe in ghosts to the point where a house will not sell because it's rumored to be haunted? And thus the owners of the house will have to depreciate the value of the house multiple times over until it sells for like a fraction of its actual like value, simply just because they believe the house is haunted. I will buy any haunted house if you knock 50% of the price off. I will live in a house where 40 people were brutally eviscerated. I will buy a house where somebody's head was nailed to the roof, as long as the head isn't there anymore and you've cleaned it up and, you know, replaced the portion of the wall that had the human on. You know what I mean? Ghosts don't exist. I'm that dad in the horror movie. This house was a steal. There's no way it's haunted. It's just got old bone. You know what? Maybe it's beneficial that some people believe in ghosts, because that just makes houses more affordable for some of us. I realized that we didn't watch the whole video. We only talked about 3 individual clips, but I see a lot of people doing pretty much the same thing. I'm not going to go through the whole 2-hour video just so I can make one long video that nobody's going to watch. Keep it short, right? Not one of those 3 videos that we actually looked at contained any empirical evidence of ghosts or any evidence of ghosts in general. We have a fundamental lack of understanding about the concept of physics. We have a child who's just got an overactive imagination or just wants to be in a specific room, and there are other people moving around in those rooms. And then we've got somebody who just walked around their house listening to a fucking hum, talking about how their doors close and open sometimes on their own. Nothing in this video so far has anything to do with ghosts, other than stupid people believing that ghosts exist, okay? I know exactly what I'm going to title this video. Watch me crash out over a butter knife. If you're still here, you clearly like the video. So like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Check out our channel membership for access to our Discord. Check out our channel merch store, ydsmstore.ca, for access to pretty cool merch that I designed myself, drew everything myself, did everything myself. Please check it out. Good shit. If you want to tip the channel, there's a Ko-fi down below that avoids the 30% fees that YouTube takes out of every single donation. Or not donation, sorry, it's illegal to call it a donation. It's a tip. We're not a charity, therefore you can't call it a donation. It's a tip. If you want to tip the channel, use the Ko-fi or just super thanks. We don't mind. I mean, I don't mind losing the 30%. It's thanks for watching. I love you. I'll see you next time. Peace.
We cracked the code, we broke the spell. Another myth debunked so well. Till next time, don't be deceived. Stay sharp, stay smart. Believe in what's believed. Truth wins out every time. Truth wins out every time.